a startling intro so far. You think someone who's like done radio before would come prepared?
Yeah, I know, I was just saying that.
No, I've got no internet. Maybe next time, folks.
Great. You're a great guest
You'll
there.
just have to insert it when you edit.
Or I could just not and have this. Right. Hello everyone, my name is Stephen Hook and this is the Angstcast podcast. Joining me this week is the very overly familiar Callum Barden.
Hi.
Great as ever. And you want to say half anonymous with this, don't you?
Yeah.
So, my boss that isn't Andy, it's Charlotte.
Hello.
Now usually, the reason why I've called this the Angstcast is people come on and they get me annoyed, much like the 8-year-old girl from last week, or you every time you mention the Miz.
Or just life.
Yeah, pretty much. This week though was a bit different because you're here to talk about a subject that I really don't do well talking about. Yeah. And it's going to be more like cringecast then. Which just hurts. So, Charlotte, what are you going to talk about today?
We're going to talk about porn.
Great. What aspects of porn?
Like all aspects of porn.
Great.
The bare minimal.
The bare minimal.
But what?
No, the bare, like...
Essentials? There you go.
Yeah.
He's trying. He's only been awake an hour.
Really.
Cool. Well, the floor is open. What do you want to start with?
Well, we were talking about porn yesterday. We asked Barden yesterday. We were like, "Callum, do you watch porn?" He went, "Yes."
just very aggressive. Just yes.
Yeah, like really aggressively.
I wasn't aggressively, more enthusiastically.
I'm not sure which is worse.
No, I don't know. What do you think?
What?
Do you think you're excited about porn? Yeah, you are.
Well,
You like
there's nothing wrong with porn. It's all cool.
He's trying to play this off so cool.
He's so
But he's
chill.
so white. Go on then, what aspect of porn do you want to open with then?
Well, I don't know, like, there are so many different aspects of porn though, like, what's your favourite type of porn?
I don't
Go
know. Genuinely don't know. I imagine whatever gets the job done for me. I do my research and think, right, which one can I get done quickly?
Which one do you watch most of then?
I don't know. I just kind of look whichever has like the more better looking porn star.
Okay, so you pick your video on looks.
More like porn stars who's like better looking.
So you're more of a Ron Jeremy kind of guy?
Oh yeah. Oh, you know.
You tried to play that off. You looked so flamboyant doing that. The whole like wrist flip.
Well, I realised, and I was like, well, no one's going to see now, so it's like that was a bit silly.
Because I know you for a fact. You want to make your own sex tape.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Why?
What do you mean? I don't know. There's something exciting about it. Do you not think there's something really exciting about it?
Well, looking at the career trajectory of like Kim Kardashian.
Oh, hell yeah.
Anderson.
Oh, it
Pamela
wouldn't go
Anderson.
that far, to be fair. I wouldn't escalate it like Kim Kardashian has.
I don't think she intended it to be escalated.
No. Well, you never know, do you?
Well, to be fair, what was she famous of before
She
the sex
wasn't.
tape? Precisely.
Her dad was famous.
Like, Paris Hilton was famous beforehand. She was a model, if I remember correct. Pamela Anderson was Baywatch.
Mm.
Kim Kardashian was nobody until that broke.
No.
Is
Her
that
dad-
sort of-
she was named for her dad and her mum, but that was about it.
Do you want a similar sort of thing then? So your sex tape will leak and then you
Don't
become...
think my dad will be very... I don't think he'd appreciate.
What? So he'd appreciate if you made a sex tape and it didn't get leaked, but if it got leaked, he
Well, he
that's the
wouldn't-
line.
Well, that just, yeah, I don't think he'd appreciate it much, would he? Him going into work and going, oh yeah, my daughter's a porn star. Yeah, okay.
What, have you just settled on the name yet?
Oh, no, I haven't.
This is the thing you gotta...
You got to think about it, haven't you?
You gotta make it catchy, because you gotta...
Yeah, but it's got to match what's in the sex tape, though.
Yeah, fine then. What positions, I guess, or what style would you
Well,
go
I don't know. See, I'd like to do one as a policewoman. I just think that'd be really funny. But afterwards, I think, oh no, that's wrong and I can't do it. I think once I've got to the end of it, I don't know, this is just not right. I think it'd weird me out.
What, for it to be police themed?
Yeah, it would weird me
You're
out.
watching too much Police Interceptors. PC John
No,
people.
I've not been watching
Road
Police
Wars.
Interceptors. No, I don't. Yeah, I don't want one of those really like cheesy ones. You know, where like, oh, the boiler's broken and someone like knocks on the door.
I've come to like fix your plumbing or
Yeah.
here's a pizza sort of thing. Really like stereotypical 80s.
Yeah, like, but really rubbish that
Yeah.
no one would be bothered about. Callum, would you watch it?
What, your sex tape?
Yeah. Well, yeah, would you?
I guess, yeah. I know the person in it, but yeah.
You're a famous porn star?
Yeah,
You'd go
exactly.
for it?
See? To be fair, I would like put it on every form of social media I had.
Why?
I'd like, check it out. What do you mean, why?
So
you won't
make...
get away with it on like Facebook, but on Twitter.
No.
Twitter, you can get away with everything.
So you'd make a sex tape and then just share it amongst all your friends and peers? Would it not be awkward in the morning when you go in, like, all these people have seen me in the act, seen me naked?
No.
What's
Everyone's
wrong with you?
doing it. Everyone's doing it. What does it
What,
make
making
you
sex
think?
tapes and sharing them on the internet?
No, but everyone else is having sex or doing whatever.
You essentially
they're
be like a cam girl then. That's what they do.
Yeah.
doing. A cam girl.
Yeah.
Do you not know what a cam girl is? Basically, they're
That's what it sounds like you're wanting to get into. Cam
usually
girl.
they're like spam bots, but basically they go onto loads of like social medias and just say they put like say on Instagram for example, they'll put like a teaser of them in their underwear and they say if you want to see more, click this link. I'm live in like 20 minutes or something, and then they just strip off.
They go on things like ChatUbate and some like cam stuff, I don't know, other cam sites, and then you pay to like buy their videos because some of them do like videos or they do videos with the partners and whatnot. What?
No, tell us more.
Yeah, so you know a lot about this, Callum.
That's about as much as I know. Well, because I follow some
How
models.
much does it cost?
It depends on like how highly they think of themselves. Cause I follow like Extreme Playpen, and they're like models, and then some of them are like cam girls. If I like.
So you follow them on Twitter yourself?
No,
He just follows them.
No.
He's just hanging outside their house going.
No, I mean there's like models. They're like there'll be like models from like sites or whatnot, and then some of them are actually like cam girls outside of that as well.
Right. Okay.
And that's how I know about it. So I don't actually specifically follow the cam girls as well. Like, it just happens that they are cam girls as well.
Yeah.
Pretty convenient, if you ask me.
It is.
Well.
Callum's been paying for cam girls.
Nah, I wish I had no money.
What's your money go towards then, Charlotte? If you had to buy porn.
If I had to buy porn, I don't know. I'd buy good porn. I wouldn't buy cam girls.
Imagine it's like back in the old days where you literally had to put money toward porn.
Saving up for your big porno release date. The big premiere.
Something now is like this. How do you put like release date next to porn makes it just sound a lot weirder now.
Just imagine if I could do that. I could do like a countdown. No, it's not happening.
Like the Millennium Countdown, yeah.
Millennium, isn't that gone?
Yeah, but you could I meant like the Millennium Countdown.
Yes, the Millennium's gone. We're 16 years into it.
Yeah, I don't know. What would I purchase with it? I don't know. I'm a bit funny about like gay porn. I'm a bit funny about it.
Gay porn, woman on woman or man on
Yeah,
man,
both.
or just in general?
Both, just in general. Like I get for men, it's like lesbian porn's interesting in it to men.
Yeah, I imagine if you don't want to look at some guy's junk, then lesbian porn's the way to go.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. Like men on men is still. I just don't. To the point. Well, not.
Wow.
I say the point. It's just for me, it just doesn't. I'm not interested. So I wouldn't buy that porn. Probably something like bondage porn.
Oh god.
Not even. It's seriously. Have you ever watched porn?
Yes.
And you've never watched bondage porn?
I've watched it. It's just that's my like. It just creeps me out.
Why?
To be fair, I can't really get into bondage porn. It's like I don't want to watch some guy get like beaten up and he gets off, and that's a bit strange to me. A bit peculiar.
The thing is, bondage porn is rude for me. I watched Jackass once, and what everyone missed is Callum choking on his own drink.
Yeah, made me laugh.
On Jackass, one of the guys is called Preston. He's a really, really, really big guy, and he did like bondage BDSM porn, and they're half naked getting attacked by these two German dominatrix shouting Oklahoma because that's a safe word, and every time I think of bondage porn, that's the first thing that goes in my head, just like a fat Preston strung up like that with a ball gag in his mouth going
That's a pretty long code word.
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Why? What's yours?
Well, I haven't really thought about it, but surely open home is a bit long.
I think it's just because it's such like a random word.
I mean, it'd have to be a random word. Like a word that you wouldn't put in that situation, but...
And also a word that you can get like mixed up with something else.
Yeah. Well...
Because there's not many words that sound like Oklahoma.
Yeah, it's not like you're going to shout it when you're on the edge of...
No, but you could shout something different, like an animal. You could like horse or reindeer. Like just...
Ruining Christmas.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh god.
I'm gonna see like a
Christmas
reindeer.
porn is interesting.
I'm gonna
You
see
should
like
watch
a...
Christmas
That's a
porn.
thing?
Yeah, that is a thing. Have you not ever seen Christmas porn?
You know what
They
is
just
a
bring
thing?
out loads of Santas and loads of elves.
You know
I've seen
what?
that. I've seen like an elf orgy once.
You know what is a thing? It's called nugget porn.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
That's...
Do you watch that on a regular basis?
No, my friends at college were like on about it, and I didn't even know what it was. I'm like, what is it? And then they describe what it is,
Yeah.
and I didn't even think that would exist.
So did you actually Google that?
No, I didn't Google. I don't want to Google it. It just weirds me out thinking about it
Why?
because it's just strange.
Oh. They're doing exactly what you're doing. They've just got differences.
Yeah, no.
That's a very PG way of putting it.
See?
I want to go back to Christmas porn. And
Christmas porn,
The
yeah.
last thing you said before, I don't know, you've watched an elf orgy.
Yeah, I've seen that on the internet as well.
Why?
Santa was clearly coming to town.
Oh, that's the first joke you've ever actually told, isn't it?
What? To that, like, in this
Ever.
ever? Mate, I can do good jokes.
Yeah, Christmas porn is but it's good. You should want to watch porn at Christmas time.
Is
The
it?
acting is from wrong.
Get you in the festive spirit.
No.
Is that why
You're
it's so
ruining the
high?
Christmas spirit.
This is why she's so high in Christmas.
What? Did you say
I love
to watch?
Christmas.
So what? So you
Yes.
can watch
Well-
Christmas porn without being judged?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. I think the closest I've ever seen to Christmas porn is, you know, people can do like the peck bounce.
Yeah.
Some woman can do it in time to We Wish You a Merry Christmas.
Oh, I think I've seen that.
I can't remember what her name is, but it's just. Do they have others?
That's PG porn right there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Do they
It's
have
soft porn.
softcore? Do they have other seasonal porn? Is there Halloween porn?
There's-
Halloween porn, I imagine, would be terrifying.
Halloween would be like petrifying.
If-
That'd definitely be bondage, wouldn't it?
I feel like it'd just be anime, because anime porn is just horrifying in general.
Manga. No,
Yeah.
manga. Hentai.
Hentai.
I've never seen any of this. What is that?
Hentai.
Is that an animation thing? No, I've never
For
watched.
someone who's like
That's
highly
not
into the
real.
porn.
You know anime, Japanese anime.
Yeah.
Hentai is porn in the style of Japanese anime,
Mm.
but because obviously they've got with live action porn, they've got the boundaries of what the body can do.
Yeah.
Because it's all art, they've got no limitations. So that's why Japan is associated with like octopus, because there was like a run of porn way back when where it was just like tentacle porn and like weird hybrid cross species porn. It's just
This is going to sound proper stupid. Don't you read anime from back to front?
Yes.
So do they do porn back
manga.
to front?
You read manga back to front. Manga is like the book version, or like the
Oh.
comic book version. Anime is the like cartoon sort of version.
So do they do it back to front? Or do they do it from
No, you
No.
don't have to watch it backwards.
Oh, that's fine.
That'd be very strange.
Yeah, every time you could watch it, go play the DVD in backwards.
It's basically a woman trying to escape an octopus.
Or just a guy birthing himself.
Yeah.
That's
But-
just not realistic. I would never watch that.
I showed, because my housemate from the last couple of years didn't know about hentai either, and I showed it to her, and the first thing she said was like, "These artists are so talented, it looks so good." And then she realised that what the actual content was, and she got horrified.
Oh, I'll Google it when I go.
Why?
What do you mean, why? Now I'm interested. See, the minute we leave, you're going to be like, Christmas porn. You're going to be straight on it.
As soon as you guys leave, I'm going for another shower. Just like cleanse the dirty impurities. Well, what other porn is there?
God, there's so much. Russian porn is the dirtiest porn I've seen.
What the?
Not like dirty, like mud dirty. Like they are just completely
Just filth.
filthy. Yeah, unreal. And they make the loudest noises you've ever heard in your entire life.
Okay.
But I don't
Is
think,
there anything that sets it apart from like Western porn, or is it
I don't
just
think, well,
they're just
to be
louder?
fair, like the backgrounds are always like pitch black. everyone I've seen, they're all like really dark.
That's kind of creepy, actually.
It's weird, isn't it?
You sure you're like watching porn? You sure you're not watching some really extreme snuff tape?
I think there's a difference between snuff tape and porn.
What the bloody hell is a snuff tape?
Where someone gets killed.
No, I'm not watching that. 100% sure.
Good.
No, yeah, but like they obviously do that for dramatic effect, don't they? They want
to get that
no one's
Oscar.
gonna die, yeah. They do it for excitement.
Yeah, but for some people, getting pushed to the edge of death is excitement. That's
yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
I can't remember, but basically choke yourself. I can't remember the proper word.
Yeah, where people like strangle each other.
Autoerotic asphyxiation, that's the word.
Yeah.
Very big word.
No.
But yeah, it's because they choke themselves just with an inch. Usually they pass out, and that's where they get the rush from. Which that in itself is really weird. Why would you just...
Someone put themselves through that amount of pain.
I feel like I'd be too tired at the end of it to just do anything else.
Too tired. It's just all weird. I just find it weird to watch two people have sex, especially when usually they're like got more plastic in them than a McDonald's Happy Meal toy. Like more enhancements and...
I get it if you were in the room, like if you walked in and that'd be uncomfortable, but why does it matter? They're on a screen. They're only doing what you're doing, they've just got the balls to do it in front of the camera.
Literally, balls in front of the camera. But it's just odd. Just to watch other people at it.
Hey, some of them have storylines.
I saw this great thing the other day. It was like a post from Tumblr or some social media thing, and it was, I think it was like, it must have been gay porn. There was two guys just walking around, and the first frame of them is them both just walking around in towels. Second one is one guy saying, "Oops," the towel drops, and third frame is them having sex, and the caption underneath is like, "Come on, porn, do you even try anymore?" So it's literally going from A to B, done.
Yeah.
I remember my friend at college like showed me some guy in like a bathtub just chilling, and some like porn star comes next to him, and she's like in life gear outfit, and she's saying how like needs to be saved, and he looks at it like, I don't need saving, and then that's how it like works on from there. It's quite strange.
They're all pretty the same, though, aren't they? But I just think porn's fun.
Would you go to watch live porn then, like an Amsterdam?
No, that would weird me out.
Because me and a few friends were planning a trip to Amsterdam.
Haven't they got those rooms where you all have like sex in a big room?
I'd imagine they've got them around here somewhere. In England, I mean, not just...
Oh, I'm about to say like Lincoln, I was like, where?
I'm sure if you set up enough flyers. But I know, because one of the jokes that my friends, like, obviously they know I'm not really comfortable with sort of thing, was they'd go to a live sex show, which basically you're in a booth with like a glass front between you and them, and just X amount of people just have sex in front of you. I was like, why would you put your money towards that? You've like worked X amount of hours in a week. You've like worked hard, and all it's going to go to is to watch other people have fun.
I wouldn't go and watch it, but I'd go and take part.
So you would be one of the people having sex to have loads of people watch. What? Are you an exhibitionist or something?
No. Do you not think that's quite exciting though? Like something that people think you should do, like behind closed doors that no one talks about. You're doing it in front of like hundreds of people.
I don't know. Would you not have? It's gonna sound weird. Would you not struggle to perform if everyone was watching?
No.
Because everyone's slightly judging you.
Well, in fact, everyone is judging you. You'd have to be on like the top of your game, because one mishap, or like if like you ever seen those funny porn videos where like the guy like fucking a girl and he accidentally penetrates her like on the ass, and then he wasn't meant to. She's there like crying and shit. If you do that, then you've messed up the whole performance.
Yeah, but if there's other people there, then you can just improvise, can't you?
Improvise.
Yeah, but if you're gonna put yourself in that situation, you should.
You gotta hope the girl is like gonna know what's gonna happen. If you're improvising as well.
Yeah, but you should be prepared for anything if you're in that situation.
But there's got to be some line, like, fine, where in say like movies and films that sort of thing, where does the line between like tasteful sex scene descend into like straight up pornographic then?
Well, I was hoping it would in like 50 Shades of Grey, and that didn't blooming happen, did it? Put an 18 on it and there was nothing.
You actually sound really angry.
I was absolutely devastated.
All I've seen of 50 Shades, I won't watch that film because it just looks terrible. I watched a like cinema sins of it, and apparently the only like full frontal nudity they had was something. The woman was topless quite a few times, and it just showed the top half of his penis and like the background silhouette of it, and that was it. And like even I know for like if it's the book I've heard so much about, it should just genitalia everywhere, and then the film was sort of like shit.
Might as well have been 15. There was no point.
Yeah.
Probably get better sex scenes than like Game of Thrones, isn't it?
Yeah.
From the sound of it.
Although Game of Thrones, like the sex scenes have like stopped now. They were really good at the beginning, and now they just don't happen.
Again, you sound really, really
They
good.
are really good.
There's a show there. It's not just like.
Yeah, to be get I do like the show, but that was always an added bonus, wasn't it?
I'm not going to be able to look you in the eye this time at work. It's like, hey, Charlotte, I'll go do work.
You would never say that.
Well, no, I wouldn't.
No.
I'll just pretend to do work and throw things at Callum some more. It was worth it.
Yeah, I don't know, like films, you don't really see a lot. They don't really tend to do it. But I think that's because anyone can get older films nowadays, can't they? No matter what age you are.
More because they have like even like age ratings for 18s.
Yeah.
If you go too high, like there's a sex film called Nymphomania.
Oh.
Yes, that's about a woman who's like obsessed with sex. And
There are so many sex films on Netflix, like so many. Yeah, I googled it.
Fuck's sake. How much time?
There's one called Cherry, and she's actually a porn star on Netflix.
Right.
So she like I don't know quite how she gets into it. She becomes a porn star, and then she gets with the woman that is the director of the porn films.
Right.
That's one you should check out.
What, Cherry?
Yeah.
I'll add it to the list of things I need to watch.
Add it to your
you
list.
should watch Boogie Nights just because it's a good film in general, and it is to do with porn. So.
I was going to say, if we're just going to talk about good films, then we'll wait till afterwards. Because you've been saying like bondage porn, Russian porn. We've introduced you to hentai. What's your go-to?
My go-to?
Yeah, so if you come from work, you want to relax, what's your go-to style, I guess?
There's one that is my absolute favourite.
Oh, God.
And it's called Female Fake Taxi. And she has a taxi about, and she just picks people up. Obviously, it's like they know they're getting in and whatever, and it's all scripted. But it's just, you've got to watch it.
I know what it is.
It's so good.
Isn't that the one where they say, like, they treat it like a proper taxi?
Backroom casting couch.
No, but I've seen a version of that where it's like casting couch, and then you didn't get it.
Actually, to be fair, Stephen,
they get really upset, and it's like,
this couch here reminds me of that couch.
Yes, as soon as like Charlotte said this feels like couples counselling, I was like, I won't say what it looks like to me.
No, well, if you like female fake taxi, it's probably like backroom.
There's a fake hospital as well. I quite like that one.
Fake hospital?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
So like these patients go in and they're like, oh yeah, I've hit my toe. And they're like, oh, we'll make
What the
sure.
fuck? That's not it. Doctor, I've lost my leg. Well, I know what I can put in it.
Yeah, that one's good. Although they're not, like, this can sound really horrible, but they're not British. I don't know what like nationality they are, but that's quite a good one. Well, Taxi's my favourite.
I imagine, I suppose, is it proper like London black cabs?
Yeah.
So imagine like in like the back of a normal taxi, it'd be really.
It's like down south. You actually have
down south.
Down south. It's like a real thing, and she like drives round.
And he even acknowledges like cameras there.
Yeah.
There is a male version as well. The female one's better.
The female one's better. It's just funnier.
Right. I imagine.
Because it's like the roles reversed, and it's always the guy who gets the.
Yeah, that's like as soon as you said
woman.
fake taxi, I was thinking that's the one I'm thinking of in America. Because it's usually the guy picks up women.
No, it's women pick up men in this one.
I imagine if it's London Black Cab, obviously there's a lot of room in the back. If you're going to go to America to do it, there's not that much room in the back of a standard American taxi. Imagine someone like me, I'd hit my head a lot. Just ricochet.
Yeah, but you could improvise. You could have sex on the car rather than in it.
That's going back to the.
What happens if it's raining?
So?
That just makes things dramatic. Have you never seen the internet? Anything in the rain makes it dramatic.
Yeah, but if it's really cold, then you might not be able to perform at your full extent.
I love how you said that you should have to stretch your leg.
Yeah, but in America, isn't it hot even when it rains?
Yeah, it
the
gets
weather doesn't really change, does it?
Yeah, well, it depends whereabouts in America. Not everywhere is hot.
Right, but I get what you mean by in this.
Also, throwing it out there, you would be having sex on top of a car. A, you're on cold metal. B, you're in public again. So you got the added bonus of if a police walks past, we're all a bit even more fucked than we already are.
Actually, you see that post on Facebook
You're gonna have to round that down to something chronic.
There was this girl apparently was walking back from work and she saw this couple just run out of the house, like naked, and then all of a sudden they started having sex in front of them on like the car bonnet.
Yeah, I was in Sleaford. I went to school in that village.
I used to move to Sleaford.
A friend of mine goes, like I said, I also live in Sleaford. A friend of mine there, he was walking through the park with his mate and his girlfriend, and he asked his mate to keep a lookout while him and his girlfriend just like had sex behind a bush in a park. And this was in the middle of the day, in the middle of Sleaford. I was like, I feel sorry for the guy because he just sort of stood there and was on watch to make sure no one came past.
Yeah.
That is third wheeling.
That's third wheel to an unbelievable level. Cause I can't imagine just the noises. I've been next to people and they're like...
Maybe he had his music.
Not everyone makes those sort of noises though.
I've been standing next to people when they've been kissing and I feel my stomach just doing all sorts of different shapes.
Yeah, right. That's
maybe he had his music in. He was just kind of jamming away and just waited for like a tap on the shoulder to be like, yeah, we're done.
I would not trust... if I happen to like be on a lookout for someone else, I would not want them to touch me.
Oh yeah. Those dirty hands.
Yeah. Don't know where they've been.
You could probably work it out though.
Just let's throw a stone over his head. But would you? I'm assuming then you would do that sort of thing, sex in public.
Yeah, I would definitely have sex.
I thought you were about to say like I've definitely had sex in public then.
I don't think so.
The think makes me nervous.
Yeah, you don't know, do you though? You don't know when you've had a few drinks and you don't know what's happened.
No, I don't know when I've had a few drinks.
Oh, you don't drink, do you?
No.
No, I'd definitely have sex on my car, 100%.
Which I imagine. What if you fell off?
What if you fell off?
Yeah.
To be fair, my car's got quite a flat bonnet, so I'd be pretty okay.
Oh, fair. The
But,
logistics.
Like, I see what you mean.
Especially for like a like.
I've already thought about this. I would definitely.
A friend of mine's got like a Fiat 500. He would just fall right off.
Imagine a smart car.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't even
Not
be
if
able
you
to
bent
do.
over it.
I guess. Because he's kind of tall.
Yeah.
It's like work
Like
around.
if she bent over the car, then it wouldn't be a problem, would it? No one would fall over.
Unless it was really good.
Well, yeah.
And his legs buckled.
Yeah.
Oh god, I'm putting horribly. Really, really not having a fun time. Go on then. What else? Because I imagine you've been saying you've like been really excited for ages. What other things have you been thinking of in preparation for this then?
Oh, that's so much pressure. I don't know. Like I don't know what it is. Like I like porn, but like not many women I know like openly talk about porn or watch porn in general.
I don't really see the problem with it.
I don't see the problem with it. Like I get women don't watch it because women can be like objectified in porn, which I get it. But so can men.
Yeah.
Men can be just as objectified as women. So if men can watch it, then why can't women watch it?
When you think about it, it's more the men who are made out like they're like stupid and like brainless. Sometimes in some scenarios.
Yeah, but I don't know what it is. Because I've explained to you, when I was growing up, we didn't really talk about things like sex and that sort of thing. That's why it's always been kind of like a taboo subject, which is why I really wasn't looking forward to this. What did you have like the talk with your parents about like what sex is, or did you? What was it that when you first realised that like porn is like okay, and I want to devote my life to it?
My parents never talked about it. Like my dad's really straight-laced, like really straight-laced. He won't talk about it, won't discuss it or anything. Me and my mum never really got on, so we didn't talk about things like that. But it was when I started sneaking out and was learning about sex is when it's not a problem for me. Like I have a lot of male friends rather than female friends, and they'll all happily watch porn. Like I have friends at home that will send me, oh my god, I've just seen this on wherever site, you've got to check it out, and I'll watch it. Like, I just have a lot of friends that are open to porn. I just don't think there's a problem with porn. I enjoy porn.
I had a similar thing like that. Because you always get like, obviously, the porn everyone actually uses, so to speak. And then you get like not like the outtakes or the bloopers, but sort of like the porn that's just like, goes a bit weird.
Yeah.
And a friend, another housemate from last year, his friends came over because they were all going to night out. And they had a few drinks and it got to a point in the night where we were all like crowded around this phone and they were like, come here and watch this porno. And it's called It's Only the Smells. And it's literally, it gets weird. And basically it's this guy doing this girl in the ass, and she turns around and starts giving head, but just as she's about to do it, you see like this little bit of brown on his dick, and she carries on with it. It's like, there's only the smells. And it got to a point where I was like, I'm standing here with like 4 other guys and we're all watching porn. What's happened? How has it got this way?
Yeah, but surely that's more comfortable than watching it on your own.
No, because it was just weird, because they were all like laughing and giggling, and I was just sat there like, that's just disgusting.
Really?
He's got a shit on the end of his dick.
Hers, to be precise.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Shit.
Exactly.
Oh, I never even thought about that.
Yeah, but she carries on, so she's obviously not bothered by it.
Well, maybe she doesn't actually realise. Maybe she's just like, as soon as she's like done, she like quickly turns around and does it. So.
But it's just odd.
Apparently, there are actually like sex like things that help you like clean out your ass. I think that's apparently how like porn stars use it. That's what I found. I'm pretty sure I read that on like Yik Yak.
Oh, if you
Porn
it must be
stars
true.
and stuff like that literally like starve themselves for days.
Do they?
And get like, I don't know what you call it, but they stick the tube up your bum and they like wash your system out.
Oh, enema.
Yeah, they get that before they do them.
What, so there's
like proper flush themselves out.
No. That sounds like a lot of effort.
Yeah, but like you were put off by that one that you saw.
Yes, yeah.
Obviously, she didn't get a bit of a flush
Yeah.
out. Short notice.
Her problem now. So what was your opinion to Two Girls, One Cup then?
Oh my god, that's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Callum's just gone like a shade of white.
I literally, I turned that off, I couldn't
See,
watch
I
it.
like avoided
But to me,
that
that's
for
not
years,
porn.
and then someone put that on.
Brilliant.
That is not porn.
Do you
That's just
reckon?
some weirdo doing stupid
Weirdo.
things. Yeah, like, that isn't sexy. I mean, unless you're into that, then whatever floats your boat.
Scat porn.
Like,
Yeah, that's what it's called. Did you know that?
scat porn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not googling that.
But what's the edge for you then? What's the thing that you will watch where it's just like on the line of like what's okay and not okay? Because obviously Two Girls, One Cup for you is like the not okay side.
Yeah, definitely not okay.
What is the furthest thing that you would watch that is then okay before it's like too gross?
Probably bondage, to be fair.
Really?
Because there are like limits. Like sometimes you watch it and you think, no, that's just not. You know, when you can tell someone's not enjoying it because they're clearly in that much pain. Like I've seen someone use knives before.
Oh.
Like I know other people in real life that have used knives and they enjoyed it, but like no.
Yeah, I do. He like still brags now that he's got like a scar on his nipple.
Yeah.
We've never said one. I just. Oh, that's fantastic. I've seen just like screen caps of women and their genitals just like wrapped up in like wire netting or like chains or something like that. Just looks painful. Or they've got like a hook on the nose and it's just like pulling them back whilst attached to a ball gag. It's like that. How can that's just no.
Like I've seen a woman with a ball gag and it was like, you know, like when people string up like dead animals.
Yeah.
It was like strung to her feet. Behind her, and she was like curled up backwards. Like you just nah.
That's wrong.
Yeah, that's just not.
That's not okay.
No.
That's
Although I'm not saying I would try it.
Of course you wouldn't.
No.
Is there anything you wouldn't try then? Because so far you do sex in public, you do sex in front of other people on a car.
Main one is, would you do anal? Because every like girl was like, no.
I don't know. To be fair, I've never really thought about it, but like, and I was saying this with Connie at work the other day. My friend, she did it with her boyfriend. And she rang me. It'd been about 2 days later. No.
Doing it.
No. Like 2 days later, she rang me and she was like, Charlotte, I won't stop bleeding. And I had to take her to the hospital. Like that. Just there are so many like downsides to it. But you can buy like anal lube and stuff like that, can't you? That's like extra slippery. It's got like extra like thingy in it.
That's a word, and then I want to hear again. Extra slippery. Oh dear.
To be fair, I don't think I'd ever do anything like lesbian-y kind of. No, that just nah.
You got a real thing about gay porn, haven't you?
Yeah.
You say that,
what
but
it is.
I'll let all.
The thing is, though, is they're doing what they're doing. It's one of those things where like they're doing what they're doing. It's nothing to do with me, but like what everyone else is doing, everyone else is doing. It's really strange.
Because now that I've like got someone who I'm considering you like a porn expert now.
See, I would literally try every type of porn. Like, get a channel and try every type of porn there is.
What, just going like porn over?
Yeah, just start it and just I'd try.
Would you be a porn star?
But some of them are like.
I mean, if events doesn't work out, then yeah, I mean, yeah. It's not like it's difficult to get into, is it?
Well, you think about all the porns like that, and it takes. There's only a few that are like worldwide recognised.
Yeah.
Just trying to think. I think Carmen Electra was one back in like early 2000s. The one who turned into an actress. There's a few who turned into an actress. Tila Tequila. That's a ridiculous name.
It's Brie Olsen.
See, I don't know what my porn name would be.
You'd have to get something that would be memorable. I'm trying to think of the. She did Playboy, and she was in 2.5 Men.
Oh shit! Yeah. I think I know who you mean, but I can't think.
It's Holly Madison, I think it was.
That name rings a bell. I've heard that name before.
But then, I think that's one of the few who's used her real names. I'm pretty sure Tila Tequila isn't her real name. I really hope Tila Tequila is not her real name.
It probably won't be. I don't know what mine would be.
But then you've only got like one really famous male one that I can think of. That's Ron Jeremy.
Oh, I don't know why, but my college mate, he kept going on about him.
What, Ron Jeremy?
No, someone else. I think he's called Fandango, but it's not like the wrestler. It's this big black guy. He's got like a massive dick apparently. Fandango or something like that. Something go.
Have you seen the grapefruit blowjob?
No.
Oh my god, it's the most horrific thing I've ever seen in my
Why?
entire life. Or hard, I should say. Basically, it's this black woman who's teaching you how to please your man.
Your mate.
It's all really sassy, and she's got this dildo in front of her, and she's like, what you want to do is you want to eat grapefruit beforehand because like the acids in it had like a tingle to the guy, and yeah, you can see your face swelling up. But as she like demonstrates, she lets off this really horrific sound, like as she's like giving heads to this dildo, and she's like, the reason why I make that noise is that it makes the man always remember me. So every time she gives a guy a head, it's always this sort of noise. It's fucking horrifying. See if you can find it.
It sounds like Gollum giving a blowjob.
Oh, it's horrible, and I'm glad I've got it on camera now. Well, recording, so now people can get halfway through it and listen to it, and people who know it are going to get those like flashback, like memories.
Yeah, but I have an image and I've not seen this thing. Like, I have an image in my head.
Totally
I have an
Google
image
it.
in my head now. Like this fake classroom and everything.
Yeah.
Totally.
He's like 21
Is that
year
your
olds.
fantasy then, classrooms?
No. Is that one of yours?
No. Well, I don't know. I don't like the outfit. The outfits are bloody stupid, didn't they?
What, the school
Who
outfit?
actually wore that when they were at school?
What, the really short plaid
Yeah,
skirt?
with the shirt tied up. Like, I tried to tie my shirt like loads of times. And
We had like a
"What do you got?"
non-uniform day once in sixth form, and some girls did genuinely dress up like that. Probably not as like short, but they did attempt it.
So, hang on, you said you wanted to go to Oceans to tie the shirt up?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
You're the
When I was at
worst.
school. And they always used to like tell me to take it out. Yeah, see, it just doesn't happen. It's got to be realistic at least, hasn't it?
There's a thing back to Japan, because Japan is full of some weird shit. Like, I don't know if it's a line between like porn and not porn, but there's a game show, a late night game show where basically you get guys who are like in like a pool of like baby oil, some sort of oil, and they're either like in really like speedos or they're just completely naked, and they're also attached to like a bungee, so they've got to like run up this bridge, throw a ball at this like panel thing, and there's a woman standing completely naked behind it, and they'll see, depending on what panel they hit, like the more the woman gets exposed. And that's like a genuine game show in Japan. Like Watch Mojo code it, it's like top 10 weirdest game shows in Japan. I imagine like I can't imagine like fighting up like Deal or No Deal sort of time slot, but a late night one. But they've got it's like a series of porn in Japan where basically the school, wherever they are, and they have like a really, or what appears to be a fairly normal school uniform. Like, it's kind of short skirts, but they've got like blazers and shirts and tie and that sort of thing. And once a week, like one day a week, every member of the school has to be completely naked. for reasons I've never explained. And there's a series of porn where it's basically the girls come in on the wrong day, and she's got to like write some things on the board, so she's like standing the only one naked in front of the class, or she's turned up with like, you didn't do it yesterday, so now you got to do it today, and then they like make her get undressed and spend the entire day naked, and it's just like, what happened in Japan to make that like
the go-to?
Yeah.
That game show sounds fun though, doesn't it?
Of course it does.
Do you know, we were having this chat yesterday, weren't we? That would be the ultimate porn ever. Like, if you put a swimming pool full of lube and just made people, like, wrestle. Like, for men, if you were watching two women wrestle in lube, yeah, but it'd be funnier in lube, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's oil wrestling. Oh, wait, lube, yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Like, you would love that, wouldn't you?
What,
two women wrestling in a paddling pool of lube.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
See?
It's a man's fantasy.
Exactly.
I imagine you then, Charles, to be the sort of girl on spring break who's like taking part in like the bikini wrestling and like the chicken fights, and just completely spending most of your time either undressing yourself or other people.
Yeah, probably would.
So you kind of bitter then that England doesn't really have a spring break sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm really pissed. Like, we should have it
we have
often.
Freshers Week.
Yeah. What are you like in Freshers Week then?
Mate, she don't have a life outside of work, so.
I mean, like, I'm a bit annoyed because this year they've made me work Summer Freshers Week, so I'm going to miss out. But Freshers Week, there's loads of fresh people that don't know who you are or where you've been or what you're doing. And
where you've been?
they need, like, introducing to Lincoln, don't they?
Right.
So.
Don't they?
Do you know my introduction to Lincoln? I can't remember if it was you I told or Chelsea.
Go on.
My introduction with Lincoln was the very first time I had a proper night out. During first night of Freshers, and we were waiting in line, and this girl with her friends came up to me, and she was a bit drunk, and she said, if I get off with you, will you let me jump in front of you in line? That was the very first thing anyone outside my flat said to me was, are you a student in Lincoln?
Oh my god, that's so weird.
I was just like, no? Because I was just, that's like the equivalent of spring break for us, like Freshers Week.
Yeah.
And that's what immediately made people do. I was like, what have I got myself? I was terrified at this point. I was scared of uni. Because that was Lincoln for me. That was the person like, they want to like kiss an absolute stranger just to get like an extra few feet in line. And it was weird. Someone else from work I was talking to about, and they were like, no, you don't kiss them, you just flash a boob. I was like, I didn't realise there's a science behind this.
I have to do stay now, like, get the back of the fucking line.
I'm like, nice boob, now goes to the back.
Yeah, but I'd do that. I'd flash someone just to like get forward.
Of course. There was someone in, do you remember Skin Tuesday around here?
Oh yeah.
In Quo. They would have like their own Snapchat feed on.
The one you used to send them to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was in there one time, and there was this woman who just sent about 6 of her topless with a nipple piercing, and I was like, you're in here somewhere, so at some point people are going to start recognise you, and you're just going to get like a flood loads of guys coming at you. It's like, would that be something you would do?
Yeah.
Fuck's sake, is there anything you wouldn't do?
No, probably not.
Apart from like scat porn and...
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's not funny. Yeah, but if I was going to take photos like that and they were going to plaster them on a wall, I wouldn't show my face.
Oh no, she showed her face.
You could do like that game show and show a little bit more each time. Each time you send one.
Oh god. Rami never to go on a night out with you.
Why?
Especially when it's got like a
Snapchat night out anyway, so yeah, it's very unlikely.
I just don't go out with you, Callum, because we're not friends.
Oh. Ouch.
That's cool.
Focusing mostly on Charlotte, what floats Callum's boat then?
In what way, like?
Well, we're talking about porn,
Well,
Callum.
yeah, but you keep going for like jumping to different things.
Well, I've asked.
They're all in the same loop, aren't they?
Yeah. What's your go-to?
Like I say, like it kind of depends on the porn star. Like
Oh yeah, you go for more like the
you know,
actor or actress.
The actress, not the actor.
You might be into that. I'm not one to judge.
Nah, it's more of the actress.
Just no specific style. Doesn't matter what they're doing as long as it's like a certain actress.
Yeah, like you normally go like the top 100.
So you'd go on scat. if it meant that your favourite.
Oh no, I won't go that far. If it's like that, no.
I just can't believe Scat's a thing.
That's just like, I don't think. I thought that was just One Girl One Cup was like the only video of that kind
No,
of type.
Scat is a whole thing.
Oh,
Would you go? I imagine you would go on Reddit Gone Wild then.
what is that?
Basically, where just you know what Reddit is?
Reddit.
Yeah.
It's like this. It's like an online thing. I know that much.
Yeah, it's like an online forum thing, and the Gone Wild thing is just like everyday people, so people who just browse Reddit, and it's just pictures of them, but like topless or naked or that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But again, you would show your face.
Actually,
Yeah.
I saw a really funny Reddit post like on another like media that did post like it's probably like the Land Bible or something, and it was some RAF guy and he was like gloating about his girlfriend, and then someone was like, mate, I think I've seen her on this website, and she'd like gone to this like porn site, and it turns out it was the same woman that he was like gloating about.
Oops.
It was pretty funny. It kind of shot him up because he was like proper gloating about it and being macho about it. And like taking the mick out of everyone else, and then
That sounds like something they would do. What would you guys do then if you found yourself on a revenge porn site?
Revenge porn. I'd make the most of it. If you're gonna do revenge, you might as well go all out.
But no, I can't remember what the website used to be called. I think it's is anyoneUp.com, and basically, if they were to break up with their partner and they wanted to get like aggro at them, all like the sexts that they had been sent by them, they would put on this website, or like the videos that they sent, they put on this website. How would you feel then if like you were going out with someone, it was a nasty breakup, and then someone just came to work next day, it's like, Charlotte, you're on this website.
I'd share it.
Why?
But if they've done it to annoy you. If you show them that you're not annoyed and that you like plaster everywhere else, it's just not worth
yeah,
it.
it kind of advertises you, because then if people see that you're like really good, then you have nothing to worry about. But like, yeah,
Yeah, and what?
I just find it weird that you're perfectly kind of like walking to work the next day and knowing that everyone just like on tails and stuff is just like, I've seen what you look like.
Yeah.
like, you impressed?
Are you not entertained?
Yeah.
Oh god, I think
Everyone has got to have seen, no matter whether you're gay or straight or whatever, everyone's got to have seen a naked person of each sex at some point in their life.
yeah.
So, surely...
But does it not get weird if it's someone that you know?
No.
Or like, especially for us at least, you're our boss.
Yeah.
I'm happy to leave it there. Have you guys got any lasting comments?
Nah. Or
No.
Or any last little porn related things?
No, I don't think so.
Have you exhausted all your repertoire of...
It'll never be
blown your load.
exhausted.
That actually hurt. You should feel bad for the things that you said.
Nah.
We'll be talking about it tomorrow when we're at work anyway, won't we?
Will we?
Yes.
Well, I'm in tomorrow, so
Yeah.
I'm in tomorrow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh no. Cool. You've been Callum Barden then.
yep, again.
You've just been Charlotte.
Yeah.
And I've been me. Any last parting messages before I stop?
No, I don't think so.
We're all going to hell.
Never to wear protection.
Oh.